Hello and welcome to day 32 of my 365-day iPhone video challenge, the Sunday Omnibus. Got a lot to get through, so I'm just going to start. There's three parts to your brain that I talked about. I talked about the limbic system, the prefrontal cortex, and the autonomic nervous system. Now what happens is the limbic system is the emotional bit of your brain which reacts faster than your prefrontal cortex, and your limbic system in conjunction with your autonomic nervous system, when it perceives a threat, when it goes into fight or flight, it releases adrenaline. Now you think, well, what flight or fight response do I have? Well, if you drink coffee, that caffeine releases adrenaline. Your alarm going off in the morning could release adrenaline. Being nervous for a meeting that you've got to speak in or could release adrenaline. Bad traffic, being late for work could release adrenaline. So you're releasing adrenaline all the time. With that release of adrenaline, what happens is you go into fight or flight, and actually the limbic system becomes your dominant form of thinking at that moment in time. It outthinks your prefrontal cortex, which is in control of rational thought. So the limbic system, which is in control of emotional thought, outthinks your rational thoughts. So you can get stressed. Of course, then what happens is once you've had that adrenaline burst, the body releases cortisol. The cortisol is designed to keep you alert for any more future threats throughout the day. So basically cortisol makes you anxious. It also releases cholesterol. It just makes you feel terrible. So now you're alert and you feel anxious. You don't know why. So you know your brain, your limbic system knows how to try and relax you, and what it does is it looks for other chemicals to help do that by releasing serotonin and dopamine. How do you release serotonin and dopamine? By doing things like eating cake, which is carbohydrate, releases serotonin, or by having a cigarette or drinking or other behaviors that release an anticipatory dopamine response. Now the thing is, what happens is not only do you get a dopamine hit when you do those things, you get a dopamine hit just thinking about it, which gives you a craving, which is why you pick up the cake, pick up the fag, do some, a bad behavior. Then, of course, the cortisol that's still flowing in your system, which lasts much longer than the serotonin and the dopamine, makes you feel bad. And the limbic brain goes, it was bad, you shouldn't have done that. Mark, you're a terrible person. You know, it talks to you in your voice. I am so bad. I am this. I am terrible. Whatever. It makes you feel bad. Now, funnily enough, there's been some research though about the voices we use in our head, and actually we've just done it there. That when we tend to talk to ourselves in the negative, i.e. after we've done something that we shouldn't have done, we use first person. I'm an idiot, I'm bad. But actually, if we change it to second person pronoun, second person perspective, you did that badly, Mark did that badly, Mark, you're such an idiot, you're such an idiot, it seems to have much less of an effect, and when the psychological studies show that. Not only that, there's an interesting other study that looked at when they got children to dress up as Batman or Dora the Explorer, and asked how hard is Dora the Explorer working, or how hard is Batman working. What they found was the children work harder when they took on the persona of Dora the Explorer, of Batman. Now obviously we can't do that, but what if we were to take on the personas of people we respect who do the things that we want to do? Would we, if we took on someone we admire, would we make better decisions when thinking about things, or would we work harder in the office if we took on the persona of a hard-working colleague? Something to think about. The last thing to remember is your inner voice is your inner coach. We say negative things all the time to it. Why don't we occasionally try to be kinder with our inner coach? The Sunday Omnibus is over. Bye-bye.